Hey everybody, welcome to Scare Square Haunts, and in this video we're going to be unboxing, setting up, demoing, and reviewing Cabernet Casualty from Home Depot. So Cabernet Casualty here is from Home Depot's halfway to Halloween launch. From what I've heard, she will be restocking in the July launch, but Neon Nightmare here will not. And speaking of Neon Nightmare right here, eventually I will have a video for him out as well, probably like sometime next week. So this is Cabernet Casualty from the Home Depot 2026, made by Seasonal Visions International and retails for $200. She's a skeleton with a wine glass hiding in a wine barrel, and she quickly pops up like a jump scare and her mouth moves to 8 different phrases. And I am very, very excited to see her, so let's get unboxing. This is actually the first animatronic that I'm unboxing that I have not already seen. So this is going to be a 100% raw reaction. All right, taking a look now. Here we go. So we have the instructions printed on the flaps of the box here, but I believe they're also going to be paper instructions. And right here, we have the lid to the barrel. So this looks very realistic. It is plastic, but it's pretty strong. Doesn't feel super duper cheap. So this is the base. This is where the pop-up goes. Here are paper instructions. Here is the pop-up mech, and this seems to be perfectly fine. Neon Nightmare behind me has had some issues with the pop-up mech, but this seems to be perfectly fine. It's got a lot of wires, a lot of stuff going on. This box right here is the adapter, and then on the back of it, there's a screw and an Allen wrench. Here is the arm with the wine glass. Pretty small, actually. I mean, that's it compared to my hand. Here we go. Not bad. I'm pretty sure there's a light in here. Oh, the light is actually on the hand down here. That's interesting. But there we go. Here's the shirt. Feeling it, it's actually very nice. Yeah, nice shirt. This is the back frame right here. Here is the skeleton. I'm going to call her Poppy because that was the code name for this prop. Oh, very nice. Whoa. I actually love this skull. I don't know if you can tell, but she's got like a little bit of like pink stain on the teeth for the wine. I love the highlights in her hair. It looks really good. I really like the hair on her. Moving it away from her face. Very nice. And actually, I heard she was pretty small, but like, that's the size of my head. That's decent. The rib cage is like it's not a cheap thin plastic, but it is a bit of a thin plastic. You can see it's actually a little bit warped at the bottom here. Not a big deal because the shirt's going to cover that. And then you got metal in the back. So yeah, this is just one piece here, but very, very nice. I love this. All right, now in here we have the pieces of the barrel. The barrel is 3 pieces. So can I get this out? Let's go. Here is part number 1. It is plastic, but again, it's not the cheapest plastic ever. It's pretty nice, pretty thick. If you're careful, it'll last. So here's the first piece. Pretty big. Yeah, very nice. And then this has the speaker on it, the wires, and then the control panel in the back right here. Here's another piece of the barrel. This has nothing special going on with it. Here's the third piece of the barrel. You got the sensor on the front here. You got the like grapes with the skull, Cabernet Casualty Vineyards. Very nice. And then in the back here, you have the wire for the sensor right here. All right, so now we're gonna set her up. First, you take the base and the side with this like thing. You'll see it's a triangle. So this goes in the back, and then this like part with this other thing on it. This is the front. So, and that's out of frame, but like that. So now you take the pop-up part here and just sit it into the base here, and then you should be able to turn it. Hold on. But then you should be able to turn it and it'll just kind of lock in. So another look at that, you can see that there's this like weirdly shaped hole. And if you look on the bottom, there are those little nubs. So there's only one way it fits in, and that's this way. It fits in, and then you turn it this way, like this, and it just kind of locks into place. And I don't know if this cardboard is supposed to be here. I'm gonna leave it on for now, but if it gets in the way, I'm gonna take it off. So now we take the skeleton, and I don't know if you can see, but in her head here, she's got this hole. So you're gonna slide her on top like this into that hole, so that loop goes over, and like this. So the metal ring should be going around the white part, and then in there, you should see there's that hole, and there's a hole in the pop-up too. So then you stick the screw into that and then use the Allen wrench to tighten it. So I'm pretty sure you were supposed to do this step before putting the skeleton on, but you got this thing here. Take off the cotter pin, and then you're gonna slide that up, and then you see you got that hole there that was covered by cardboard. So get that in, slide that in, and then put the cotter pin back on. So then you have the shirt, which there's a little piece of Velcro here that's gonna connect to the chest. So like that. And then you're just gonna pull the rest of the shirt back, but don't close it up just yet. So now take the arm and take the cotter pin off the back. So now you're gonna feed the arm up the sleeve. And then once you kind of have it, you put the prongs into the holes on the torso, like that. So it goes in just like that, and then you're gonna take the cotter pin and put it back onto the prong. Just like that, and then take the back piece here and take the cotter pin off, put it into those prongs, and then put the cotter pin back on. Just like that. So then Velcro the shirt up, and on the Velcro, you're gonna have these little like cloth things. Peel those off, and then you can Velcro the back shut, and then also adjust the sleeve. Just like this, and then nothing goes in this arm here. There's not even a pull or anything, so that just kind of dangles down like that. But yeah, here she is. And make sure to connect the white, yellow, and red wires, and the yellow and red here connect to the yellow and red here, not the yellow and red on the floor. That goes to something else. But all you have to do is push the two halves together and then just tighten the cap. So this is when I'm actually going to adjust her hair and clothing, because once we put up the barrel, it's going to like completely enclose her, and you won't be able to get at her super easily. Okay, so now you take the piece of the barrel with the speaker and control panel on it, and that's gonna go on this side right here. So I have no clue how this connects. I'm taking a look at this for the first time. It looks like you just slide it onto the metal. And I just got my head stuck in there. But yeah, no snap lock or anything, it just fits in. And then you have a red, yellow, white, and black wire that are all gonna get connected up there. Like this, and then there should be a leftover white wire right there, which will be for the IR sensor later. So now do the same with the front piece of the barrel with the logo and the IR sensor, and just slide it in like that. So then take the wire from here and connect it right there. And then for putting the barrel together, what you gotta do is, it's kind of dark, but push this front, get that to go over that piece, and then pull it there, and just like that, it's like just latches together. So there are 4 latches at each seam. Do the top 3, leave the bottom one open for now. So then we take the remaining piece of the barrel, slide it onto the metal at the bottom. This is gonna be difficult. That. And then do the top latches. And then what it says to do is tip her on her side and do the remaining latches. And just like this. So now looking at the control box, you have your volume control, lights only, and then you have off, and then sensor. That's where the adapter goes, and that's if you have a try me button. So once you have the adapter in, you can plug her in, and she is ready to go. But wait a minute, what about the lid to the barrel? So this is like a little cool feature she has, but the top of the barrel, if you put it on, it will actually stop her from activating. So even if you have her on sensor, when you walk past with the barrel on, she won't activate. And this is cool if you like want to use this as a decoration in your house, like if you have a bar and you just want a cool looking barrel. So when you put the lid on top of the barrel, there's a little switch here, and it just puts just enough weight on the switch to push it down so she won't activate. But this only works on the sensor. I tried this on step pad and she shot up still. And if you want her to activate, just don't use the lid, and you can just like set it off to the side, which I think looks really nice as well. So pretty cool. But anyways, now she's all ready to go, so let's get into the demos.
Come on in. Nelly, clearly it's already 1 o'clock. No, wine is the answer. What was the question again? This barrel's a bit crowded, but I've got room for one more. I've been aging like a fine wine. Just a little decomposition. High spirits. Who needs a glass when you got the whole barrel?
All right, now let's get into the review. So I'm going to start off by saying that this is my new 4th favorite animatronic in my collection. She is just seriously so cool, and I have not been this happy with a prop since I got the zombie stack. So starting off, she looks super duper good. I really like her hair. When I first saw that she had pink highlights, I wasn't a fan, but seeing it in person, it looks so good. I absolutely love her hair. Her skull looks great, and so does the hand holding the wine glass. And her clothing looks pretty good as well, and it's also pretty thick, actually, and I think that's to make up for the fact that she doesn't have an arm here, but it's just so thick that it just kind of holds its shape, and you can't tell that there's not actually something in there. Her lighting is also pretty cool. I mean, obviously her eyes light up red, but I think that light in the hand actually does look really good because it just shines onto her and makes her entire thing just have a red light on it. And strangely, she does have a lights only mode, but here, I'll show you. When we plug her in, she starts retracting, and then I'll put her on to the lights only setting. So right now she's on lights only mode, and let me take the camera here and show you that she's lights only, but like inside the barrel, so you can barely see her. I just think it's an odd choice to give her the lights only mode when she's down in the barrel, just because some people aren't even gonna see it. But I do have an idea quickly. So if we go in the back here and we turn her to motion, now we activate her. Now we unplug her. And now that she's popped up and she's unplugged, if we put her onto the lights only mode, I wonder if she'll reset or if she'll just stay with lit up. So let's see how that looks. Okay, so she resets. So yeah, definitely a weird choice to give her the lights only mode, because even when she's on the lights only mode, she starts resetting, which I think is really, really weird. But it's whatever. And when she's on sensor as well, she stays lit up in the barrel, but I think having her own lights only mode is just a really odd choice. The barrel is also very nice, very thick plastic, and setting it up was a lot easier than I expected. You can see all the detailing and paint job on it looks really good. And then the words and grapes here, they look really good, but I don't know what material this is. But it's not painted onto the barrel. This seems to be like a sticker that's applied over top of it. So it's definitely like a sticker or something. And for the most part, it doesn't come off. I was scratching at it. But like in the crevices here and stuff, you can see it like flakes off a little bit. But overall, I think it will last a while. I just wouldn't recommend leaving her outdoor in the elements for a long time, but you're not supposed to do that anyways. The inclusion of the lid for the barrel is also really cool. And if I show you this quickly, so let's plug her in, she'll reset. Oh, sometimes her arm will get like stuck at the edge here. You just saw it happen there. Not a huge deal. It doesn't like stop it from working or something. But see, now if we walk past it, you'll see it pops her up. But as you saw, right now she's on sensor. But once we put the lid to the barrel on, it pushes down on the switch. And now when we walk past her, you can see she does not activate. But then if we take the barrel lid off and we walk past, she activates. And basically what the lid does is it pushes on that switch right here and it stops her from activating. So here, I'll show you quick. So there, and then we push this and she stops and she immediately starts retracting. And just as a barrel, she's pretty cool. It's a nice looking barrel. However, when she's down in the barrel, it compresses the spring, which will make her jump scare get slower over time. So if you plan to use her just as a barrel, what I would recommend doing is just taking out her entire body, like just taking out the pop out and everything, if you really just wanted to use this as a barrel. But now I'm going to go into probably one of my favorite things about her, and that is the audio. She has 8 audio lines, and that's a lot more than we typically see. Neon Nightmare here has 6, and even 6 is a little bit rare to see. But she has 8 phrases here. Really nice phrases too. I love them all. I like how she actually sounds drunk. I think it's a really nice touch. The voice acting is really good on her. I also like just the really loud, spooky music that plays as she's retracting. The music is just so loud and obnoxious, and I absolutely love it. I think it matches her character. This isn't supposed to be like a scary prop, even though it's a jump scare. It's just like, it's a silly, stupid animatronic, and I love that so much. But she has these really goofy, corny phrases, and then you just have that like obnoxiously like stereotypical spooky music that just, it really completes her. This is just, it's such a silly prop. I absolutely love that. I've said that like 5 times at this point. But like, this just feels like something a Facebook mom would have on her porch, and I absolutely love how goofy this thing is. But yeah, overall, I absolutely love her. So that was Cabernet Casualty from Home Depot 2026. An absolutely amazing animatronic and one of my favorites of the year. But she is just an amazing animatronic. I've said that so many times, but I just cannot express how happy I am with her. If you watch the channel, you know I like goofy animatronics like this, as well as actually scary animatronics like him. But I just love her so, so, so much. From what I've heard, she will be restocking in the July release, and I 100% recommend getting her. I don't think $200 is a bad price tag. I think $180 might have been a little bit fair, but I just love her so much I'm willing to pay the $200. If you have her or you plan to get her in July, when you're storing her, I would recommend having her popped out of the barrel. It does make the pop-up neck longer, so I'm not 100% sure that it'll fit back into the box. But if you plan to leave her set up, leave her popped up because it'll make the pop-up animation last longer and be faster. I absolutely love Cabernet Casualty. She's one of my favorite animatronics, and she's just awesome. Anyways, that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and watch out for more content on Neon Nightmare and the East Coast Haunters Convention.